Hey, hello. I am Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and I'm popping in today to talk about the way forward in your career and life. The Way Forward Live is all about topics that help you create a career and a life that complement each other, that don't compete with each other. And so today, I wanted to talk a little bit about your career change. What is it that you want instead when it comes to your career? You may find that you're not happy where you're at. You may be frustrated with a lack of progress. You may be considering a career change, either because you have to or you want to. And that may mean that you're very uncertain about what's in front of you. Um, you know, there may be some fear or scarcity or lack in your mindset about what is in front of you in your career. And so I just want to reassure you that this is normal. This is very normal. But what I want to share with you are some strategies that can help you get beyond that and help you to start focusing in on what you may want next in your career. And this may be a next level. You're looking to advance in the position that you're in, whether it's a career or a business, or this may be about a next chapter, that everything that's going on has changed something for you and you're just not in the same place. So whatever the case may be, let's talk about what you want instead. So what needs to change is focus, because your focus is instruction to your mind. And your mind is the single biggest tool that you have to create any sort of change in your life. But, when it comes to change, sometimes we have to get to that point where we are so miserable and we are so stuck and we are so frustrated that it's like, okay, something's got to give. And a lot of times change comes when the pain of staying the same outweighs the prospect of considering change. And so if that's the place that you're at, it may not be comfortable, but good for you, because, different things, better things are ahead. But what I want to ask you is, I want you to create an awareness of where your thoughts go. And the reason that this is important is because, your thoughts are the trigger for your emotions or how you feel. And your feelings and your emotions are kind of the setup for the behaviors that you take. And so one thing that I have been doing, just as an example, is that I've been becoming really aware of where my thoughts are going, my thought patterns are going. And I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be in a place that's focused on the past. And I'll think, okay, that's not where I want to be. I want to be focused on the future. What is out in front of me today? So what can today bring? And just that subtle shift creates a whole different energy for me. So when it comes to your career, I love this question, what do you want instead? Because, we may be self-sabotaging ourselves. We may be avoiding what we want instead and are just mired in where we're at, which is not where we want to be. So we might be procrastinating, putting things off because we're so focused on what it is that we don't want. But what happens is your focus plants a seed for your mind. This is what I want to find. So here's a strategy that can help you reorient, move forward when it comes to figuring out what's next in your career. Catch it, challenge it, change it. This is all about creating awareness. So anytime you find yourself in a place where you are not where you want to be, you're feeling down, you're feeling that you're not going to be able to accomplish what you want, that you're not getting to where you want to go fast enough, catch it. So anytime you catch yourself operating in that space, thinking in that space of, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel good about what I'm creating. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to where I want to go. I'm not going fast enough. Why isn't this working for me? Why is it so hard? Why is my career all about sacrifice instead of being satisfied? So when you find yourself in that place, if you can catch it and be aware of it, like, holy cow, this is where my thoughts are going, that is huge for you. So that is a great first step. Even if it seems like it's tiny, it's still a great step. The second step is to challenge it. So if where you're operating, if where your thoughts are going, if kind of where you're hanging out in your career or business is not where you want to be, then challenge it. Where do you want it to be instead? If you are feeling stuck, then what is the opposite of stuck for you? What does that look like? What does that feel like? How do you think or behave when you're in the opposite of that? When you can start making that subtle shift about, okay, I'm stuck, this is not where I want to be. What does it look like? What do I want instead? Okay, I want to be in flow. I want things to be easy and effortless for me. I want to know the exact next steps that I need to take to get to where I want to go in my career. I want to wake up every day knowing exactly what I need to do to get to where I want to go. That's what I want instead. Well, that's terrific. So as soon as you start brainstorming that, your mind goes in a different direction. It's future facing now instead of facing in the past. So catch it, challenge it, and then change it. So what is one small thing that you can do to move yourself in that direction? So instead of being stuck, wanting to know what to do. So thinking about what may be out in front of you in your career and what are some small steps that you can take to move yourself in that direction. So that strategy of catching it, challenging it, and changing it will bring you into a new awareness and have you taking new action. So especially for women and emerging leaders. So those are the groups that I really focus on. So my mission is to help women and emerging leaders get to that next level, to give them the clarity of direction, to provide them that roadmap of what is next. And what I want to provide you now are 3 strategies that you can use this new tool, the Catch It, Challenge It, Change It, to help figure out what's in front of you in your career. So a great question to get you from where you're at to where you want to go is to simply ask yourself this question: what do you want instead? Such a simple question, but it has powerful, profound results because it immediately takes you from a place of being stuck to being in a place where you're looking forward, that you're not in that space of this is what I don't want, but you're focused on what you do want, that you have curiosity about it. So just asking yourself that question. I know it sounds overly simplistic, but I promise you, if you get into this habit of when you find yourself someplace that you don't want, what is it that you do want? What do you want instead? Asking yourself that question when it comes to your career. If what you're doing now isn't fulfilling you, then what might? What do you want to be curious about? What is it that you want to explore? So that is a great strategy to move forward. The second strategy, the second step that I would recommend to you is to brainstorm. So really get curious about options for you. What are the things that you enjoy in past jobs, past careers that you enjoyed, that really lit you up? That brought you satisfaction, that you felt fulfilled and satisfied? What were those things? So making a list of those, and so that you understand, hey, this motivated me. This made me feel a certain way in the past. All right, what are the things that you do now that you really enjoy? Making a list around that. So you're brainstorming, you're considering things that might be an option for you. So what was it in the past that you enjoyed? What is it in your current situation that you enjoy? Here's another way to look at it. What are the things that you could do all day long? Like it's not even an effort. For me to do things like this, to share strategies and tools and techniques with people to help them answer that question mark in their brain is what lights me up. I could do it all day long. So what are the things that you enjoy doing? Keeping track of that. Now, flip it to the opposite even. What are the things that you don't enjoy that you're doing right now? And then what is the opposite of that? What could be the opposite of that? So these are just different ways to get information out of your brain about considering what may be out in front of me. What are things in the past that you haven't enjoyed? And what were the reasons for that? And then what is the opposite of that? So it's all the same goal. It's getting you to brainstorm about what could be out in front of you in your career, what might be next for you in your career, your next chapter, your next level, whatever the case may be. But it's different questions to get the same result. So what you enjoy now, what you enjoyed in the past, what you don't like now, what you didn't like in the past, and then things that you could do all day long without even thinking about it related to your career. This will start to give you insights about what could be out in front of you. You start brainstorming, okay? And what this does is this gives you options. So when you're in a place where you're stuck, you need options to move forward. So this gives you options. And the third strategy that I would share with you is, who do you know? So who are the people that you can network with, not from the perspective of, hey, I need a job, but from the perspective of, I am considering a change. I'm considering a change, and here are the things that I'm really interested in. Here are the things that are interesting to me. Here are the things that I enjoy doing. Do you have any thoughts about what this would lend itself to? And so you're connecting with people not for a job, but just for their input and advice. So those are 3 strategies that can help you get from where you're at to where you want to go. So this week, what I want you to do is to remember that catch it, challenge it, and change it. Becoming aware of when you have those feelings of being stuck or frustrated or not going fast enough. And then use these strategies. What do you want instead? So go through those questions. You can listen to this stream again just to help you brainstorm what might be out in front of you. Brainstorming about current roles and responsibilities, past roles and responsibilities, and things that you do that really light you up. And then finally, who do you know and what input and advice can they give you about moving forward? So those are the 3 strategies for this week. I hope that you enjoyed them. And I know that sometimes it can be hard to ask yourself those questions that help you move to the next chapter, to the next level. And if you would like a partner, somebody to help you go through these questions and pull out the answers I know that you already have inside of you, I would be delighted. You would like to explore what that would look like? Let's hop on a call. Grab some time on my calendar. You can go to claritywithdebbie.com, and I would love to take you through a complimentary strategy session where we can uncover where you're at, where you'd like to go, and some useful strategies for you to get there. So until the next time, here is wishing you the clarity you deserve. Have a really great week, and we'll see you next Thursday at 11 for the Way Forward Live. Take care. Bye-bye.